Hi, this is Stormbringer Magazine right here in Vienna. It's a pleasure for me to have John from Lamb of God here. John, you're still on tour for the Wrath album. It took you, I guess, till October, and you're touring all over the world.
We are.
And right now, Europe and mostly nearly all concerts are sold out. Also here in Vienna, I guess 2 or 1 weeks before it was sold out. I do hope you have an enjoyable and very stress-less journey so far here in Europe. How is it, the tours?
I mean, as far as the shows have been great. I think we've played the right size places. We've been, like you said, selling them out. We are slowly building in Europe. We recently, this is our first release on Roadrunner, which is, there have been immediate changes since we've started working with Roadrunner. And, you know, we're working our way through Europe, building it up, trying to get it up like it is in the States for us.
You built the package with A Job for a Cowboy, and the fantastic, in my opinion, Between the Bird and Me and August Butler. Do you think that right now it's necessary to build very strong packages in the metal scene to bring the people to concerts, or do Lamb of God have this?
I think you have to do it just to provide a good show, regardless. I don't think it's a desperate measure. I think that's the point of going on tours. You want to put together a great package. You want people to be excited to come out to the show and you know, get their money's worth for the money they got to spend to get in.
What can the fans on this European tour expect on the set list? I guess Wrath will be 50% or
roughly,
something like that.
Yeah, we play about an hour and 10 to an hour and 20 minutes, and I think roughly half of the set is Wrath.
Is there within the band, I call it always the battle of the set list. So how hard is it for you to put a proper set list together where all the band members are satisfied? So, okay, we can play, let's play.
It's getting harder every record we put out. And yeah, it's harder to pick which songs we absolutely have to play. And then once you haven't played once a few songs have fallen off the set list, we need a little rehearsal time to get those songs back. It's not much of a battle. It's really just each record we put out, it's harder to figure out what songs we're going to be able to fit in. Because now we're playing like an hour and 10 to an hour and 20 minutes. I think any longer than that, for almost any band, is too much for an audience.
Is there somewhere out there the secret behind Lamb of God? Because after the Sacrament album, which went place number 8 in the Billboard charts, I said, wow, how will these guys top it? Then you put Wrath out, it meant immediately in the States on number 2. Have you or the band some the secret? Why is Lamb of God that successful?
To be honest, I'm guessing, but I think it's because we never chased success the way that most bands would. We never did this to be famous or to make money. We did it to have a good time and make great music, and that's always been our at the core of what we do. And thankfully, people like the music we make.
If you see the progression of different bands, it's not very common that a band have now, like Lamb of God, after 15 years in their career, still a growing fan base. Is it maybe because
we started small, that's for sure. But
now you act big, very big. You have no proper explanation. Because we are down-to-earth guys, maybe?
Honestly, I don't. I think that we're honest people about what we do and who we are, and that's how we approach everything. And we've been successful. I can attribute that to hard work and maybe people respecting that and putting out good music.
A few words about the Iron Man 2 video game. Mm-hmm. You will put out an all-new song. It's called Hit the Wall. Is it that you or maybe most parts in the band are real game and comic fans, so that the partnership with Sega, the publishers from the Iron...
No, Randy's really into comic books and graphic novels. I at one time in my life spent a lot of time playing video games. I don't have that time to do anymore. But the Sega thing, they approached us saying, hey, we're looking for a song for this video game that we're putting together. When we wrote songs for Wrath, we had a few that we hadn't finished, specifically with vocals, and it was like, oh shit, we can use these songs that are great songs, we just never really finished them. So it was a chance to give a song a chance to have a life. And I'm sure it'll be leaked over the internet within a couple days of the game coming out.
Ralph, the release date from Ralph was exactly 1 year ago.
Yeah, pretty close.
For me, it seemed that you opted for a much rawer, more aggressive sound on the album. Was this maybe because Sacrament was a little bit polished?
Absolutely. Yeah, it was absolutely a reaction to that. We wanted it to be more like just a band with mics in front of cabinets, and you're listening to a band play. You're not listening to this polished production. So yeah, we purposefully stepped back the production on Rap.
You again have the cameras with you, so
during the drum track. If you did that during guitar, bass, or vocals, that would probably give away too much of the record. But during the drum tracking, Chris had a live streaming video from the control room and from the drum room.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You're also planning to film upcoming shows on this journey?
This is not 100%, but working itself out.
Is it maybe, well, you had 2008 a DVD release with What Could We Do Now? So now you are planning the next DVD release because you are filming for a documentary. Is it maybe because you are going to some various places you never have been, like Singapore, the Philippines?
Absolutely, that is part of the what's the word, motivation for making sure this is filmed. We're playing some places that I had to look up on a map to see where some of these places were. Definitely some very strange places that I don't know if you can necessarily get our music there without it coming from the internet, but we're able to play a hall and sell out a hall that's going to hold 3,000 to 4,000 people. So yeah, that was definitely part of the motivation of wanting to have a film crew out. That's not at this point 100% nailed down, but looking like it is going to be exactly what it is. I'd rather not go into detail.